how likely is it for the Pistons to trade trade their fifth pick?
I think I would say it's sort of 50-50. And that's because I don't think we are going to trade out of 5 to try to cash in on superstar type, because there's going to be 0 superstar level talents obviously available at 5. And even if you want an all-star kind of guy, I just don't feel like Weaver's the type of guy to like speed up the process. They'll go kind of what other organizations might do. So I think it's more likely if we do trade out 5, we're trading back for maybe 9 and 16 with another talent evolved for Utah. So then you get maybe your guy, and maybe the Pistons want Hendricks at 5, and they know Hendricks is not going to go 6 or 7, and so he might be there at 9. So they take the gamble, they get Hendricks, and then someone else at 16, and then now you have 2 young talents who can also develop into the process that we kind of want. So I think that's a lot more likely than for a Sprint All-Star.
Get that?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I just don't think I see them trading it, as I feel like you can still get a good player at 5. Now, obviously, it sucks that we fell to 5, but I feel like you can get a contributor, a guy that can be a rotational player. I think right off the bat, it doesn't really matter who you get at 5. But if they were to trade down, it like Pistons draft talk said, I do see it as a team like, I don't know. Pacers have 3 draft picks, but I think their other first round picks are really late. But I could see it with a team, that has a few. But like I have a really hard time. It just doesn't seem like something Troy would do. Like I could definitely see him just keeping it, like, drafting a Jarace Walker or Cam Whitmore, whatever, and just kind of living with it. Because I don't think there's a whole lot of teams that want to trade up unless someone like this slips, like Amin Thompson's there, for instance, and Orlando wants him. We talked about that last week. Like, do they offer you 6 and 11 for 5? Like, I don't know. But I think if I were a betting man, I would bet on the Pistons just keeping that 5th overall pick and just drafting their guy there.
I mean, because with the new CBA, man, I've read it a few times, not the whole thing, just like a summary and everything. But it seems like first round picks and really second round picks, I guess, are just going to be that much more valuable to team building. So I don't really see a team like the Pistons, who are going to be on the verge of, extending Cade, Jaden Ivey, and then Duren and Isaiah Stewart here a little bit, getting rid of any first round picks to try to bring in larger contracts, unless it is, like we were talking about earlier, a Godfather type deal where you're bringing in someone like a Zion Williamson or a Brandon Ingram, like a guy like that type of talent. You're going to, like we all said, you're going to get rid of the 5th pick for that. But where they currently stand, I just think that first pick is just too valuable, because it keeps your salary a little bit lower for a few years, where you can actually still bring in talent and improve your team. But we can move on to news if you guys want to.
For sure. I mean, like I said, I just don't see him trading it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's likely either. It's just we always get these random, rumors or these mocks. Like, I don't even know what the chance is of them actually trading it. I liked what Armand was saying, where he was, you might trade back, but you're still keeping yourself in the lottery. I just don't. I think that scenario is pretty likely for the Pistons, because, Taylor Hendricks, he'll probably be drafted somewhere around 7, 8, or 9. That's most likely. Jarace Walker, I mean, he could easily slip out of the top 5 if the Pistons don't take him. I mean, Thompson might slip, so another team might want to move in. But I don't even know if that's what Brian Windhorst was, trying to say, that they're going to completely trade out of the first round. I don't see that happening, but I just see the Pistons potentially trading back and going to get their guy, because that ultimately saves them a little bit of money.